Hey crew, Rick here from Hobby Time. Hope you're all well. Today we are going to film the next part in our Space Marine build series. We are working today on the other shoulder as well as the forearm and the biceps. Won't waste too much time, so let's get straight into it, guys. So this is the last shoulder that we've done. I stuffed it up, unfortunately. It was printed on the new K1 Max, but I buggered the stencil up and I think I recovered it using some battle damage. Let me know what you think of that one. So you may have noticed we have a new printer. In the end, ended up going with a K1 Max, which has been an absolute game changer so far. Thing has been running non-stop flawlessly. We've done this in a bit over a week and a half, which has been absolutely great and less post-process and stuff like that, so it's really been fantastic. But as you can see, for most of these time lapses, that is a great feature where you can film a lot of stuff. So probably going to bore you with this video with a lot of time lapses for the build, but then we'll move on to some other time lapses of just some painting and post-processing. Gotta love the classic sanding, guys. When you think you're done sanding, guess what? Sand some more. Sand, Bondo. Sand, Bondo, filler putty, primer. Yeah, it just goes on and on and on and on. But eventually you get there, in the end you get a good result. Now this here, you may notice something funny. That is the shoulder that you see that was gold. Unfortunately, I originally painted it silver, which was fun to fix. As you can see, I've switched paints as well. I'm now using Montana Black and Montana Gold. Now, it hasn't all been smooth sailing. If you watch this video coming up now. So guys, this is what happens when you use a clear over something that's not supposed to use a clear. As you can see here, even though the paint was dry, it's caused a reaction of everything to run. Not ideal. Obviously that didn't go so well. Learnt the hard way, the Montana Gold paints, especially their chrome silver and chrome gold, do not take anything on top of them. They're not scratch resistant, they're not weather resistant, they run very easily. So I was able to recover the shoulder using a little bit of wet and dry, and then I've just put some normal Rust-Oleum pure gold paint on it. Now it's taken the sheen down, which is a bit of a bummer, but we were aiming for some weathering anyway. As you can see, this is where that's at. We've still got to put some purity seals on and everything as well. However, with that Montana paint, especially the Montana Gold, I've discovered transparent paints, which they're transparent, as you may have seen from my other shoulder. It goes great on a silver base coat, and it gives me that sort of blue, that silver blue effect that I like when I'm going for this Space Marine build. But here's a quick little video that you can see of everything so far, as far as the biceps and forearm goes, and there's just a couple of coats of paint there. They still need a bit of weathering as well. So we have our first coat of transparent ultramarine on our silver. That is for the bicep. It's a bit hard to see from the time lapse, but you can actually see the transitions going on top of the silver paint. Really great effect, this transparent. So here's the final stages of the forearm build. Just getting out the airbrush here, mixing up some colours. We're going to add some battle damage and some rust and some different weathering and spots like that to make it look like it's a 200-year-old Space Marine. Obviously just testing the airbrush here. We did have a bit of a blockage to start with, unfortunately. But yeah, just generally going through, especially in lines like you'll find creases like in real life where dirt will sit and mud will sit, and trying to do it so that it looks like that's where gravity would make it fall, like real life, but trying not to go over the top with this one because I do really like the blue on the armour. But as you can see here, it's pretty much just done. It didn't take that long to do this. Change the colour of the skull just to make it look a bit more realistic. added some rust runs and things like that. But here you'll be able to see what it looks like in the final stages now. So here's our final stage, all done. Skull's been weathered up. There's a few more bits and pieces that I could probably add to it, but very happy with how this turned out. It's clean, it's simple, it looks old, it looks worn, it looks exactly like a Space Marine should. So, very happy. Anyway guys, that's the video for today. We've still got plenty more to go with this build, but we are chuffing along. Currently working on the chest and back, which is a bit of a big part of that, but it'll be a while before we see it. We'll probably do the hand next, and a few other pieces to sort of get that upper body done, so you can actually get a sense of the Space Marine. The stilts haven't arrived yet, so we've still got those to go. But yeah, by all means, like, subscribe, comment, just interact, so YouTube knows if you're watching these videos, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks guys.